See how low the tide is? It's going to be a big factor in today's video. We're going to be fishing for 3 different things in 3 new places that I've never fished before. It's going to be a fun adventure. Now, under normal circumstances, I would never go to the places I'm about to go to today, but we got abnormal circumstances. It's 7 o'clock, we've got a -1 tide at 6 a.m. You can see here just how low the tide is. It usually is right at the top of the barnacles, but it's 6 feet lower. And even though that's abnormal, that's not the abnormal thing. The strange thing is that it's a 2.5 foot swell at 18 seconds today. What that translates to is glassy, calm, flat water as long as we got today. So we're going to the ocean and we're basically going to fish the surf. But first, we're gonna try to catch some live bait. Well, what do we have here? This seal has a salmon. That's why everybody's fighting. Right there. Well, catching live ones was plan A, but we're always prepared with plan B. We've got some tray herring, so let's make it out the gate right now before it gets too late. Now, usually when I go out the Golden Gate Bridge, I go on the north side, but today we're going on the south side because that's where we'll be fishing. So this is where we're going to be fishing later. This is Mile Rock. And you see that big boulder out of the water right now? Well, when we come back at high tide later, that rock might not even be visible. Now, looking at my fish finder, I see that there are 3 shipwrecks right here. And that just goes to show you how important it is to be aware of the tide, because these rocks could just be hiding beneath the surface at high tide. And once you hit a rock and your fiberglass breaks and water comes in, you're out of luck. But that's only one of the other reasons we're being aware of the low tide today. There's one other huge important factor, and we're going to talk about that once we get to the fishing spot. But you want to know something crazy? One day I was fishing at Baker Beach and I saw a helicopter pull up here, and some guys jumped out and they pulled out a bunch of bags. Crazy. I don't know what it was, but they pulled out about 5 or 6 duffel bags. I got it on video too. That was about 6 years ago. All right, let's keep it moving. Now, this is the third and final reason why I'm being so aware of the tide, because right now it's low and we're basically on the surf. We're in 25 feet of water. The Sunset and Richmond side of San Francisco is right in front of me, and I'm watching the waves breaking. It's the 2 foot swell, so that's going to help determine where the waves are going to break. The low tide is going to determine how close to shore the waves are going to break, and as the tide rises, the waves will be breaking even closer to shore. So I know if I drop the pot here, I've got at least 400 feet of safe space. When the tide rises, we'll probably have 500 feet of safe space. So I'm going to drop 5 crab pots and just see how they do out here. I know that a lot of people don't crab here because the waves, sometimes they're crashing even past me, and that would just, you know, that wouldn't be a good place to drop the crab pot. So I've got some old tray anchovy from 2 years ago that's just been sitting in the freezer. I might as well put it to use. And I had 8 pots at home, but I was thinking 5 would give me a good idea if there's any crab here or not. All right, crab, old bait, and some chicken. Now I'm really still trying to keep this bait as close to the bottom as possible without floating around everywhere. There we go. Got all leaded line today. We're gonna scope some out and drop our first one. Man, what a beautiful day to do this. Normally there wouldn't be an opportunity like this, so I'm really taking advantage of it. First one going in, let's mark it. Mark the spot. All right, next one. I caught this 2 days ago, some king salmon. And every pot will put a bunch of tray anchovy. Once we drop these, then we'll move on to the next thing, and it's not rockfish. Forgot to mention, besides closing commercial season, they're also closing sport fishing season for traps, but you can still use hoops, all right? That's in front of Irving. So when you're in San Francisco in the Sunset District, the streets go by alphabetical order. So you got Irving, Judah, Kirkham, Lawton, Noriega, Pacheco, Ortega, Santiago, Quintera, Rivera, Santiago, Taravel, Ulloa, Vicente. So we're gonna drop along some of these streets, and then when I'm fishing from shore crab snaring, I'll know where the fish are. So moving on to the next spot. So in case you didn't watch my last video, the Fisherman's Life Street Fair is happening on August 6th. We're gonna have about 50 to 60 vendors, a lot of fishing stuff out there. We're gonna have multiple food trucks. August 6th on Saturday in San Francisco on 37th Avenue between Ortega and Pacheco. So mark it on your calendars, August 6th, 2022. Hope to see you there. Now another reason why I'm crabbing like this is because commercial season ended because of the whale entanglement, so there's a lot less commercial traps out, and that means more crabs for us recreational anglers. So here's number 2 going in front of Beach Chalet. This is Judah. This is Noriega. That's all our pots. Well, I wanted to drift live bait, but we couldn't catch any, so we're forced to troll a tray herring. So we've got a bunch of herring, and since we're in the ocean, we can drift and troll multiple rods. Now I've got 2 setups, one with a small treble, one with a big treble. We've got our herring, we've got our 1-pound ball on a 3-way swivel. Let's see how this spins in the water. We're in 33 feet of water and spinning a little fast. Let's give it a bigger bend. All right, that looks good. We're gonna drop her down, see if we can hit bottom, and we're gonna troll slow as we can. Right now it's 3.5 miles an hour, which is kind of fast, but we'll work with what we got. It's not very often you get an opportunity to fish in front of Ocean Beach like this, so I'm really taking advantage of it. Could be out for salmon right now, but want to change it up. And there's a lot of fish moving into the bay. If they're moving into the bay, they're probably right outside the bay. Number 2 going in. We're fishing 2 1-pound weights. We're just gonna troll around here by our crab pots for a while. Once we get to the rocks, we're gonna switch it up again. Man, trolling it's just impossible right here at this corner, but I really want to fish Seal Rock, so I'm gonna put on an 8-ounce weight and just drift. The current is really strong, but I'm gonna see if we drift, can we get a nice, natural, slow spin with this herring? And I think we can. Now, whether I'm rock fishing or halibut fishing or doing whatever close to the rocks like this, even if I'm just drifting, I always make it a habit never to shut off my motor, because you never want that engine not to start. You know what I mean? So always keep that motor running when you're drifting close to rocks. Here comes a Coast Guard helicopter. Definitely not the best conditions to fish. I don't even know where I'm drifting. Current's going all over the place. I never fished this before, but I should have known that there would be a current because it's coming into the Golden Gate Bridge. It's coming in and it's coming out. It's like there's this big eddy over here somewhere. All right, what should we do? All right, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's try something different. All right, here we go. We were close enough to this thing that we might as well fish it. So We still have our 8-ounce weight and our herring. We're just gonna drift this little herring around on the trap rig. 77 feet. Getting super close to it. But yeah, you can see how fast the drift is. We're drifting fast. Oh man, I thought I felt a bite for a second there. There's fish. Woo! What is it? What is it? Probably rockfish. But we are going for some rockfish today too, so let's see what it is. First fish of the day. What do we have here? On the herring. A little tiny rockfish, but we don't want him. That's too small for us. Too small. Let it go. Right up on it again. Oh yeah, good fish. On the herring. Let's go. What do we have here? What is it? What is it? It's a ling. A ling. It's a good fish, but it ain't that good. All right, we know there's fish around here. Little ling cod. He's spitting up a shrimp, a piece of shrimp, huh? Interesting. All right, we'll let this guy go. Go back to your home. All right, I'm gonna switch it up to a swim bait now. No, let's do a jig. Why don't we do a jig first? We'll fish the jig for about 10 minutes, maybe more. We'll see how the bite is, and then yeah, we still, oh man, we got tons of options to do. So this is the day 1 jig. I restocked these finally. They've been out of stock for a while, but they're called the day 1 jigs because that was the very first jig I made. So 150 gram, about equivalent to 6 ounces, 2 big old hooks on the bottom. Let's see what happens. We're going from 75 feet all the way up to 30 feet, and that's happening fast. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, hell yeah. Finally, good fish. Man, I was just gonna say the current is probably way too strong, but this one feels good. Ling cod again? Or what? It bit hard. Nice, ling cod, but small. All right, there's fish down here. Getting bigger. Oh yeah, nice. Oh, it came off, damn. There's a rock right here that we're drifting over. 61 feet coming up to 40. I want to back troll it, put us in reverse, keep us right on it. Sometimes these drifts are super short, so if you can stay right on it when there's a fast current, that helps a lot. Here we go. There's one. Wonder if this place just has a bunch of small lings or something. This one feels about the same as the last one. They're biting now. They're biting. What do we have here? Another little ling. Man, this is just like a little ling cod breeding zone. Yeah. All about the same size too. All right, see you later, bud. Man, that's probably 19 inches. Look at all the sea lice on him. I think that means it's a healthy fish. You see all that? See you later. Man, come on, let's get a big one. Let's get to our spot. Our spot is right over here, and it's a small spot. We just got that ling cod. Just need to pull up to it, and then we're gonna back troll right over it, so we're not drifting at 4 miles an hour, more like 2. We are in position. Now let's put ourselves in reverse, get the motor straight. Now we'll slowly drift over this spot. See what we can get. Oh, damn, something just broke me right off. Ah, shoot. All right, I gotta retie again, get rid of these frays in the line. Oh, that was a money jig. Damn. All right, not happy with that drift. We're really close to our other spot, so we might as well go to it. We're getting fish on this drop for sure. All right, here we go. Oh, there's a fish, yeah! Woo! Just like I thought. First drop, let's go. I'm gonna back troll this too so we stay over the spot. Probably another small ling. No? Oh, that's a nice rockfish though. I'll keep that thing. That looks good. It's good size. Heck yeah. All right, into the live well you go. We'll turn on the water, keep them fresh. Nice. I believe that's a copper, and this year there's only a 1 copper limit, which is crazy because those things are all over the place. There's a fish. Oh yeah, all right. I was just gonna say we're gonna catch one more and then we're gonna go back into the ocean. This feels like a decent one. If it's a, oh yeah, it's another one of those ling cod, dude. Same size. Well, not as productive as I would have liked, but that's kind of cool though that there are these fish out here and you could actually, they're within casting distance. This one is about 19 inches again, just like that other one. But I think that's enough rock fishing. We got a couple keepers, actually one. All right, one more cast. We can't just stop on that note. And we'll be out in the ocean checking our crab pots, maybe going for halibut one more time too. Man, this just shows you how much current there is. This is about half a mile north of where I dropped the pot. This buoy traveled half a mile north, and there are no other boats out here to poach it. Just look at the current. Completely underwater. Crazy, but let's get it. I'm hoping it's just this first one that's been pulled a quarter mile, half a mile. See if these crab are hungry enough to fight the current and try to find some food. No big ones, that's for sure. Just short females. But I wouldn't really expect any less for that spot. All right, next one. It's the same thing. This one drifted over a mile, like a half a mile too. Oh my gosh. Crazy, man. Oh wow, hey, not bad. Got a bunch of males. Wow, look at that. These are all males. That's, but it doesn't look like any keepers. They're all short. This one might be close. Pretty sure it's short though. Otherwise, okay, getting better, getting better. We got 3 more. Let's see what we got. All right, so Don't Crab by Beach Chalet. This is our 3rd one, and this one has drifted the least out of all of them. All short. All short. Dang it. Jeez. Man, I thought I lost my buoys. I thought I lost my crab traps. But it just so happens that these are about 3/4 of a mile off from where they should be. Nice. Nice. Got a keeper female, 2 keeper females. Oops, I missed the pot. Ooh, that was heavy. That was heavy. Might be some keepers in here. Wow, there are. Look at that. That's definitely a keeper male. It's a jumbo too. 1. This one too. 2. And 3. Wow. 3 keepers right there. That one's close too, man. Measure those also. Jeez. All right, that was on the chicken. Huh. Mark that spot just for the future.